Hi guys, how are you guys doing? Olga here. I am currently in Charleroi, Belgium this week, so exciting to be here. I've been in Europe, almost 4 months now, and it will be a total of 5 months that I will be here. So exciting things, learning different things from different people and meeting new people, and just trying to focus on how to feel better with myself and how to grow and continue to be, do, and have everything that I want, because that's what we're here for. So I am pulling my notes right up because today we're going to talk about how to improve your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your significant others and other human beings in your life, and also how to improve the relationship with the universe and with circumstances and events. So today we will be talking mostly about how to improve your relationship with yourself, because that's the best and most important relationship that you can have, is the one that you have with yourself. If you don't have alignment with yourself and you don't feel love for yourself, you're not going to be able to love other people and other human beings and nature and the universe around you. So how can we improve the relationship with ourselves? How can we be more aware where our emotions and mindset and feelings are, in order to feel better about ourselves, so that we can have then better relationship with others? Because everything that you attract and you have in your life is because you put it out there first. When you're positive, positive things come to you. And when you're negative, negative things comes to you. Excuse me. So how can we be more aware of how to be more conscious, be more alert of our emotions and our feelings, in order to determine what work we have to do? For example, if we are feeling discord and we're feeling disaligned and unhappy and unloved, and the person that we're with is not giving us attention, or the best friend we have is not contacting us, or people are not showing love and attention to us, a lot of times we feel bad. We feel unloved. So we feel, this person changed, or this person doesn't love me anymore, or he's done, or she's forgot about us, and all these things that we start putting in our mind, which are literally just judgments and thinking of what the other person is doing in their behavior, that is helping us or not helping us, but is harming us in that sense of being in alignment with who we want to be. So how can we be more connected with our emotions? And we've talked a lot about emotions throughout the videos, and how to be more mindful and aware of where your emotions are. If you feel dis-ease, or if you feel, when I say dis-ease, means not at ease, or if we feel unhappy or insecure or unloved and bored, basically, all of these emotions are just beautiful, beautiful indications that we have in our soul that tells us, hey, Olga, whatever you're feeling is not in alignment with who you are. So how can we use those emotions more mindful, more consciously, in order then to switch our mindset? Because we have the power and we have the possibility of changing every single emotion and thought we have at every given time. So when we do have these emotions of insecurity or unloved or fear or anything that you can think of that is in disalignment with who we are, when they come up and those emotions are knocking in our window and our soul, how can we then make a decision? And not just make a decision, but how can we actually change that? How can we change that emotion from unlove and disaligned and stress or judgment, to one of abundance and one of love and one of power, of certainty, of courage, of all these positive emotions that we want, right? Because a lot of times, and in the society, we're taught that we need somebody else to show emotion towards us for us to feel good. Or we need somebody to tell us, hey, I love you, or I care about you, in order for you to feel good. Or we need our parents to do different things in order for us to feel better with ourselves. And that's just a reminder that we don't need anybody else in order to change our emotions, because everybody else that is in our life are giving us that attention when they do, just because they feel in alignment. So remember, guys, it's not about focusing and controlling somebody else's behavior in order for us to feel good. So the person doesn't need to tell you or show you love in order for you to be in alignment. It's just getting the alignment, finding the alignment. That's what you want ultimately. And that's actually the way as well, because a lot of times we wait until that person changes their behavior or changes their attitude in order for us to love them or feel better, right? As if we can do on the opposite side, on the contrary, we can feel good and feel secure and feel love for ourselves. And then these people start changing and being more in alignment with our own connection and our own vibration, right? So it's about you finding that alignment within yourself rather than finding it in your husband, your mother, your daughters, your coworkers, your boss. And I'm not just talking about humans here, but even animals or even money or circumstances or event. In order for us to believe, we have to believe in ourselves first. We have to be hopeful about ourselves first. We have to have all of these things first before we can attract and have all the other things. So it's about the law-based universe, right? The law of attraction, the law of whatever you focus on is what you're getting. So instead of focusing on what the other person is doing that you don't like, or all of the things that that he doesn't have or that he doesn't do, or any of these things, what are the good aspects that you can find in this person? If it's your mother, your father, your daughter, your husband, your boyfriend, your friend, colleague, coworker, what are the positive sides? And if they don't have anything positive, trust me, guys, you can find one or things positive about this person, and that's the reason why you either care about them as well, right? There has to be one or two things that you do appreciate about this person that you can focus on. And why do we want to focus on the positive aspects? Because as we focus on the positive aspects, those are the things that we are creating, and those are the things that we are building, and that's what we're expanding. Everything that we focus on in this present moment becomes. So if we're focusing on what they don't have and what they're lacking, that's what we're creating. And if we do focus on what they have well, and the small little details that they're doing well for us and everything else, and trusting the universe with the process, then we are going to get more of those things. And what happens when we get more of what we want? The things that we don't want don't even exist anymore, because we're getting more of the good things, and we're focusing on getting more of the good things as well, right? So think about the person in your life right now. If it's a boyfriend, father, mother, daughter, co-worker, whatever that is, whoever that is in your life that you want to have a better relationship with. What are 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, whatever, how many you want, things that you can find in this person that is positive? If it's, that they give you something, a gift. So if we think about the 5 love languages that you guys got in week 5 of relationship, I had an exercise that talked about the 5 love languages. What are a few things that you can find in that person that is in your life that you can talk about for those 5 love languages? So do they give you any acts of services that you enjoy? Meaning, do they do anything for you that helps you perhaps at the house, or they're helping you with something, or they're being as a service to you, and that is what is showing you love. Perhaps it's quality time. Maybe just this person spending time with you is how they demonstrate love to you. The third one is receiving gifts. Perhaps this person gave you, something small, a rose, or I don't know, it's just a little gift, a little present, a little kiss, whatever it is. Even though they don't have any of the other stuff you want, what are a few things that you can see as far as how they've given you gifts in all different aspects? What about physical attention? If they've hugged you, or they they send you, positive vibration if you're not with them, or how if they've cared. That's another way of them showing love. What are a few things that you can think about that they've given as far as like physical attention or regular attention? And then words of affirmations. Perhaps this person tells you, hey, you know what? You're good. You can be or do everything. Or this person encourages you or is positive and helps you to believe in what you want and what you want to accomplish. And perhaps they're good at that. So what are a few things that you can think of in that aspect as far as words of affirmation? So think about the 5 love languages that we talked about during week 5. And if the person doesn't have any of them and they freaking suck, and then you want a better relationship, well, what is it that you want? If you know that you don't want any of these things that person in your life is doing, well, what is it that you want? For example, if you have a best friend and that best friend has not been giving you attention, has not been spending quality time, has not been giving you gifts, I'm not just talking about the 5 love languages, but anything for you, what love means for you, what you want out of this person, right? If they haven't given you any of that, what is it that you really want? Why is the reason why you want them to change their behavior? That's important, to change their behavior in order for you to feel better. Because a lot of times we want that person to show us more love or change or be better or be more positive or be all of these things that we've talked about in order for us to feel good. And it's really about how can we feel good, because that's the reason we want them to change, right? So it's vice versa. How can we feel better and good right now with things we have, like nature, animals, your spiritual practices, exercise, food, whatever that is to you? How can you find more alignment with things that are present, that things that are always here for you, that extreme flow of energy from source energy that is always there with you, always helping you, always listening to you, the nature, the energy, the vibration that is always there with you, waiting for you to connect with it. And you have so much love outside of you and around you that a lot of times we look at love at the wrong places, meaning we're looking for somebody else to change their behavior in order for us to feel loved. And that becomes conditional. And it's really about being unconditional with anybody in your life, allowing them to give whatever they want, and you to stay in alignment with who you are and to remember who you truly are, which is that one connected with higher source. And that's the only relationship that is of most importance, is that connection with your higher self and nothing else. Nobody else, no attachment with anybody, no attachment to any circumstances or events, no attachment with money or finances or anything like that, and solely focusing on the connection you have with your higher self, because that's what you want, that alignment with higher source. So when you connect with your higher source at all times by doing different things, if it's sports or connecting or meditating or any of these things that is helping you to connect with who you truly are, you are going to have beautiful relationships. People around you are going to love you. All the circumstances are going to be in your favor because it's not a need. It's not a necessity for somebody to say, I love you, or it's not a necessity for somebody to change their behavior for you to feel loved. And when you do feel loved with your only higher source, with your inner being, then you can show love to others. That's how you can unconditionally love anybody. Because if we think about it, we're supposed to love everybody, because love is here. Love is in nature, it's in animals, it's in the vibration, the universe. We have a lot of love. We are love. That's what we are. We are love. Everything else that comes into our life, fear, disappointment, emptiness, loneliness, all of these things are things that doesn't belong to us. What we are is love. So how can you show unconditional love to anybody around you? Whether it's your girlfriend, boyfriend, like I mentioned, all of these people are in your life. How can you show unconditional love to them, loving them unconditionally, and at the same time aligning with who you are? Because that's who you are, is that alignment with source energy. That's why you're able to love that other person. Because if you don't love yourself and you're not connected, you're not going to be able to love somebody else, right? So it starts with you. Think about 2 to 3 things that you can do this week that helps you to love yourself. Perhaps it's a book that you can read. For me, for example, it's nature. I'm here in Belgium right now, and It's a beautiful day today. I'm super happy to see it's the sun. And we're almost in October. Yeah, it's September 29th. And it's still pretty warm, you know, it gets cold and warm. And I'm trying really to connecting with what's around me, you know, smelling the trees and looking at the color of the trees and smelling those roses and all of these different things that we can do, right? Being connected with present moment. When I'm cooking, connecting with the food and smelling the food and tasting the food and connecting truly with who I am, right? And all of these different things that I do is helping me to be in alignment. And because I am in alignment, I am then able to share my love with everybody else around me, right? So rather than focusing on a person that needs to change or do something or tell you something for you to feel better and feel good about yourself, how can you connect then with your, you know, unlimited abundance that is in nature and your connection with source energy, your spiritual connection, all these things, for then to have unconditional love from others and from yourself. So think about a few things that can help you be in alignment when you feel stressed, or when you feel lonely, or when you feel loneliness or you feel lonely. So what are things that can help you to connect? And when you do have those different days that you're like, you know what, this person is not doing what I want, you know, I feel a little out of alignment, remember that when you're pointing the finger at yourself, you're pointing 3 fingers back at you. When you think or feel that that person is not, you know, being who you want, that means that you are not being one with yourself. Because when you are with yourself and being connected with oneness, then you do have everything you need, right? So I put here what to do to get into alignment. So think about a few things that you can do that can help you be in alignment, that can help you be in that state of abundance. And when we focus on that relationship with ourselves and we connect and we try to meditate more and connect with nature and plan dates, you know, I do dates, plan dates with yourself, you know, for spiritual development. Take time to be on your own, to connect with nature and have those times that, you know, you are back with yourself in order for you to feel good. And if you're working and you have kids and you have a husband and you're super busy and there's no time at all, put it on your calendar. Put 5 minutes in your calendar for you to go out there, out of the office, so you can smell the roses and or if you don't have roses, like in Curacao, we don't have roses, it's too hot. How can you still connect with what is the nature at that moment? Because every single nature is beautiful. Even though it's fall and there isn't a lot of sun and there isn't a beautiful beach, as Curacao, for example, where I'm from, there is a lot of beautiful things here that we don't have. So not just how, but I make the decision in order to connect with things that I haven't seen before, things that are different, and appreciating, hey, you know what? Wow, I've never seen this before. Wow, this is a nice experience. This is the first time I do this. This is the first time I feel like this. This is the first time I smell this. This is the first time I taste this food. This is the first time I feel this. This is the first time. And then enjoying every single step, enjoying the process of every single thing, rather than, hey, I don't have blue beaches right here. It's cold. Oh my God, yeah. I have too much sun all year long since I was born until last year, you know, and if it's a cold weather now, hey, it's a change, it's different, it's cool, it's awkward, it's not, you know, so I enjoy it, right? So how can you enjoy the circumstance, the event, and the season that you're in? If perhaps you're a season that you have difficulties in your marriage, how can you then connect with things that are beautiful in your relationship? And if you don't have any, let's talk about it and we can, you know, understand why that's happening. But a lot of times it's because you're not in alignment with who you are, which is love. And we focus on love in the wrong places rather than focusing in the love in the higher self and then showing and giving love towards others. How can we make that switch, right? So there's always beauty in every single circumstance. There's beauty in every single situation. If you're going through any difficulties in your life right now, there's always a solution to every problem. There is the glass half full, and the glass half empty, or half empty, half full, right? It's a little bit more, but you know what I mean, right? I can look two ways on this specific bottle. I can see it as, well, I have almost half water. Wow, awesome, great. I do have water. And I focus on this specific piece. It's way much more positive than if I focus on, wow, it's almost empty. I don't have any of this. I don't have what I want. I don't have the relationship I want. I don't have the money. No. What do you have? You have water, for Christ's sakes. You have a roof under your, on top of your head, right? You're still here. You're alive. There's always a solution to every single problem. So today we're talking about relationships, but I want you to remember that it's not just about the relationships. It's about every single event, circumstance, and things that are happening in our life that can help us to remember that, hey, it's not about what I don't have. It's about what I do have. It's about what I have, which is love. Because love is a feeling that you can create right in this second in your heart just by thinking about love. Let's try it, right? You guys want to try it? Okay, if you don't, you can stop the video, but whatever. How does love feel like? If you want love and you desire love, how does that feel like? Where in your body do you feel it if you think about love? Breathe in and out and think about where in your heart or in your body. Oh, I already said it, right? In the heart. But perhaps in your solar plexus, perhaps in your third eye. Sometimes I feel love all over my body, right? Sacral chakra, root chakra. But when you think about the word love, how does love feel like? Love to me feels like relaxed, feels easy, feels secure, and feels wonderful, and feels connected. It feels happy. It feels joyful. It feels spontaneous. It feels free. It feels like a child. It feels like very powerful connection in my heart if I think about love, right? So this is just an exercise as far as like, how can you connect with the emotion? How can you connect with, how does it feel like to feel harmony and to feel peace? And why is this important, guys? When we practice on the feelings of what we want, what is happening when we're focusing on what we want? If we're focusing on what we want, we're going to be happier. We're going to be more satisfied. We're going to be more positive. We're going to be more hopeful. We're going to be happy. And we already have what we want, right? Is water. So by you focusing on what love feels like, and what harmony feels like, and what clarity feels like, and what trust feels like, that's such a beautiful emotion. Trusting the process, trusting everything, trusting the universe and the power and the creation and the process, and just enjoying the beauty of everything, every person in your life, every single touch, every single everything, right? When we focus on these things, we're indicating to the universe we already have what we want. Because that's the reason why you want the person to be different. That's why you want the person to tell you, I love you. That's why you want that person to be more in alignment, or that person to be more, better behaved. If you have kids, for example, you want the kids to behave more properly and not give you so much problems, right? Because you want to feel good. That's the reason why you want that person to act differently or behave differently, because you want to feel good. So when you do feel good and you feel love and all these positive emotions, you are already getting what you want. And by you doing that, you're releasing indication out in the universe that I already have what I want, so I already have it. So by law of attraction, by law of vibration, it has to come back to you, because that's what you're focusing. Whatever you focus on becomes bigger, right? So focus on the emotions that you would like as an outcome of what you want. So, for example, if you want more money, why do you want more money? Oh, because I want to live a better life. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to do whatever I want. Well, how does that feel like? It feels peaceful. It feels secure. It feels on vacation, emotionally on vacation, you know? It feels going with the flow. It feels chill. It feels cool. It feels powerful. It feels sexy, you know? Whatever that emotion means to you. And when we focus then on the emotion that we want, we're happy, we're connected, we're aligned. And that's what we want, is that alignment. And when you take your time to focus on alignment and to focus on the feelings that you want and to focus on how it feels like to already have what you want, all of these things, then things can realize. I talked about last week or 2 weeks ago about Dr. Greg Braden. He's a very popular scientist that does a lot of research studies on spirituality and the divine matrix and energies. And he shared last time that he went on a trip to see a few monks, and they went on a trip where an area where it wasn't raining, and the monks were praying for rain, for it to rain, because it hasn't rained for so long. And when he went with the monks, he didn't see them, oh, we want rain. We want rain. Rain come, we want rain. That's not how they prayed. What they prayed and the process that they did was, how does it feel like if it rains? Where in your body do you feel the rain? How does it feel like? How does it taste like? How does it smell like? It's already raining. It's already raining. It's already here. It's already here. That's the thing, right? When you're feeling those emotions, it's already here. You already have it. You're already here. The universe doesn't know if you're thinking about something that already happened or not. You're just thinking about it, right? So that's why the richer gets richer and the poorer gets poorer, right? Because they're already focusing on abundance. When you do focus on abundance is here. I don't need conditions to change. I don't need somebody else to change their behavior. I don't need somebody else to do something else that makes me feel good in order for me to feel good. It's already here. It's already here. And hey, if they're not changing and they're not who you want, hey, time to move on. We're supposed to meet other people in our lives. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to evolve, and it's okay, you know, if the person in your life or a person in your life is not, you know, where you want them to be. And if it's a colleague, because I've had in my instance that I had a really bad boss at work that I could not just say, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore, let's move on, because, you know, I just couldn't do that even though I was feeling good and I tried to feel good and all these things. He was still in my life. I couldn't change it, but I didn't want this person in my life because that's not what I wanted. I asked the universe, I want somebody to be more caring and more connected and all these things, right? So in that case, I couldn't change the condition. But what you can do is do as like the monk. Use the tactic of already feeling good. In this instance, as soon as I started feeling good with my boss that I didn't like, and started praying for him and sending him good vibrations and sending him good positive affirmation and thoughts and praying everything goes well for him and feeling good, even though he wasn't, all of a sudden in 2 weeks, they changed him to another department. What do you think? The universe literally moved him away because he didn't match my vibration. He didn't match my frequency, right? But when you're in struggle and when you are in resistance, I don't want to be with this person. I don't want to be with this boss. This boss is horrible. That, trust me, that person is going to stay in your space because you are focusing on what you don't want. But it's really difficult. It's easier said than done, because if I'm not feeling good with the boss, it's really difficult to all of a sudden feel good with the boss that doesn't treat me well, you know, right? But how can you be more, or how can you show more empathy? How can you pray, or, you know, how can you be more connected with higher source, with alignment, in order for them to feel your love, unconditional love, how for them to feel you care, even though they're not having a bad day. And then when you do that, trust me, the universe is going to help you. The person is going to change and love you and tell you more love or show you more love all of a sudden, without you saying anything, without you manipulating and controlling the situation. Because a lot of times we try to control and manipulate the person in our reality for us to feel better, right? But it feels way much better if a person comes, out of the blue and shows you that they care. Or somebody does something that you like and you're not expecting it, but it comes into your life, right? So it actually feels much better if it comes with flow, when it comes with time, that things happen by itself, that somebody gives something to you from their heart rather than you telling them, so feeling good and feeling alignment and feeling harmony and feeling love and feeling all this connection and putting music and dancing and enjoying time with yourself, going out in nature, traveling, doing what you want to do, feel good. If you can't travel and go out in nature, how can you still feel good? Taking a shower, brushing your teeth, stuck in traffic. Hey, there's always good. In every single minute, there is always a stream of a stream currency of abundance. There is always a stream currency of wisdom, of abundance that you can always connect to, right? So by doing that, you're actually going to get more. Because that's the reason we literally want to kind of change the person, or we want a different behavior from this person in order to feel good, because we want to feel good. So if we feel good, that person is going to come do it by themselves automatically, and then we can feel even better. And that's what you want anyways, right? So it feels way much better for things to go in flow rather than struggling and getting things your way and doing things you want and all these things. And so it's way much better to just go in the flow and enjoy life and connecting with who you are and allowing people to be who they are and seeing how they are loving you and sending you, the energy that you want by themselves, with nature, with currency, with connection, right? It's way much better. And not just in a relationship, guys, every single thing, every single circumstance that we want to happen. If we want more money, if we want a better relationship, a better car, we want to have better health, we want to lose weight, all of these things, anything that you have in your life that you want to accomplish, is how can you connect with what you are at the moment. If you're overweight and you want to lose weight, how can you love yourself in this moment? Because by you loving yourself in this moment, everybody around you is going to love you more. You're going to love yourself more because you're practicing the love feeling and you're practicing the love or the security feeling. And by you doing that, you're going to make better choices because you already feel good and proud about yourself, right? So it's that reverse psychology that they call in Western medicine, or connecting with vibration and alignment and being, tapped into and turned into that connection, right? Because that's ultimately what you want. So guys, if you want a better relationship with yourself, if you want a better relationship with others, if you want to have a better relationship with the universe and with connection, all of these things starts with you. It's your decision to understand the feelings that are coming through in your heart, the feeling of insecurity, the feelings of unlove, or the feeling of being half empty. All of these feelings are just an indication, tapping, tuk, 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 hey, Olga, whatever you're feeling is not in alignment with who you are. Who are you? Who are you? It's just a knock. And I say, okay, well, thank you for letting me know. Thank you, fear. Thank you, insecurity. Thank you, manipulation feeling, all of these feelings. Thank you for coming, but I'm okay. I got this. We're good. I'm going to focus on being in alignment. I can go for a walk. I go do meditation. I can breathe. I can take some time to relax. And hey, boom, I'm back in alignment. I move on with the things in my life, and then I enjoy the process of people giving what they want and showing love as they want and connecting and, allowing circumstances and events to happen, allowing things to flow into our life. And also, allowing the finances also to flow in our life and everything to come into alignment with who we are. Okay, so I want you to think about things that make you connect with who you are, because that's the ultimate focus. What can you do today on your own? Because that's what we are focusing, right? And your inner love and your inner relationship with yourself. What can you do on your own around the area that you're at that helps you to connect with nature, or it's nature and that you can go connect with? And how can you see the color of the trees more mindfully and smell and, hear the leaves and, connect with who you are, your breath, your emotions, practicing those emotions of what you want, of abundance, of love, of certainty, of connectivity, of good luck. I want to feel that I'm lucky, I am lucky. And I want you to feel lucky. So how does lucky feel like? Well, luck feels like I can be, do or have anything I want at all times. Well, that's who you are. You can be or do anything you want in your life. It's just a matter of switching your focus, switching your attention, being mindful of your emotions and your state of being, and making a better choice to connect with that alignment and that source energy in order for you then to reach all of your goals. Remember, guys, this is just mindset things and vibrational things, but also think about the type of water that you're drinking, the type of food that you're eating. Are you eating food that are high in frequency that we've talked about, like plants or green leaves that have indole-3 carbinol in it? It helps to clean your estrogen and helps to balance out your hormone levels in your liver, and gives you energy and detoxifies your system, helps you to be in connection. So think about how you can connect with food. How can you connect with living foods? How can you be present with eating, with chewing, feeling the food, tasting it, understanding and connecting and feeling how the food is helping you to be a bit more in balance, and all that stuff, while combining it with exercise, because you can eat all the broccoli you want, but if you don't exercise, when you don't move that energy, you can shake it, and for your body to absorb it, right? So we need to move. If it's jumping, if it's running, if it's walking, if it's going to the gym, if it's, for me, it's doing CrossFit, and if it's sport that you're doing, soccer or basketball or any of these things, go connect with it. Challenge your body, challenge yourself, and see how you feel much better about your relationship with your inner self. So mindset, food, water, spirituality, relationships, all of them are connected. Every single thing in our life is connected. And when we truly take time to give to ourselves, to love ourselves, to feel the alignment with source energy to the best of our ability, we are going to feel better, and we're going to improve the relationship with ourselves. And not just with ourselves, guys, with your friends, your family, any significant other in your life, and also with the universe, because that's the ultimate goal. Your inner self, loving yourself and being connected with higher self, is the relationship with the universe. And that's the most important relationship of your life. That's one that you will have forever and ever until you die, from the beginning until you die. Deal with it, accept it. That's the relationship that is the most important. And when you are strongly connected with that emotion and that inner self and that passion that lives and that love that is always there for you, you are going to have amazing relationships. You're going to have a lot of people around you that loves you. You're going to have a really good job and a really good day at work, and trusting and going with the flow of everything in life. Doesn't that feel good? I feel amazing just thinking about that right now. Like, just trusting and just going with the flow and their understanding, and allowing the universe to bring things to me. Yay. It feels like a kid in a candy store. You guys remember when Christmas is coming and we have, Christmas or Santa's coming, and we, we're getting all of the gifts and we're excited. That's how it's supposed to feel with the universe. You ask, it's coming. Oh my God, it's being created. Things are working out for you as we're speaking. Things are working out for me. The right people are going to come into my life. The right circumstances, opportunities are going to come. The universe is hard at work trying to manage different things in every person in our life and every human being in order for us then to connect with who we are spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, relationshiply. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. In every category of the circle of life that we've discussed. So it's about trusting, it's about believing, it's about going with the flow, loving yourself, enjoying life, and you will see, you will have great relationship with your parents, your daughters, sons, if you have kids, your husbands, your boyfriends, your significant other, colleagues, your boss, any person in your life, and even strangers. Trust me, as soon as you start feeling good about yourself and you start feeling connected, you're going to attract way happier people. You're going to attract better people in your life. And sometimes, let me tell you, I am happy or I try to be in alignment, and all of a sudden I have somebody bad in my life come up. I'm like, well, I was feeling good, universe. What happened? Why did you bring this person in my life? Well, that person came into my life just to show me that I'm either not in alignment as I thought, or this person needs to teach me a lesson. Maybe this person needs to teach me to be more patient, or this person needs to teach me, hey, you know, I need to feel differently in order for me to attract other people, or hey, you know what I mean? It's a chance for you to connect with the person, to send him love and vibration and unconditional love. And that's an opportunity for you to feel. Because when you send and pray and send emotions and positive vibration to everybody in your life, you're sending it to yourself. So it's just an opportunity, guys. Just an opportunity. And take advantage always for the opportunity rather than what you're lacking. Okay, so I want you to think about a few things for today's lesson and today's group call. It's to how can you identify with your emotions, half full versus half empty, and how can you make that switch mindfully every single second, moment, 5 minutes. If you remember every hour, that's best. I don't want to tell you every minute, but if you know, you can start once a day. That's a little too little in my opinion, but you can start with reminding yourself 3 days, 4 days a day where you're at emotionally. And when you know you're not in alignment or you are in the negative stream, it's just an opportunity for you to click back on the positive. With these simple exercises that we've done today, I want you to think about all of your senses, your sense of smell with the trees, with everything around your world, with the eyes, what you're seeing, really connecting with the colors, how beautiful this is, how beautiful that is. Remember, only focusing on positive, not negative. And then your sense of hearing, your listening. How can you listen to the birds, to the trees, to the leaves, to stillness, to your heart? You know, and focus with all the senses. And then you can start working with your third eye, which is another different way of connecting with, you know, power and your higher source, and then your crown chakra, connecting with your higher source. But connecting with all these senses, taste, when you're chewing the food, really chewing it and tasting it and connecting with it, because all of these mindful and conscious awareness on your, not 5 senses, 6, 7, 8 senses that we have, because we have way much more, in my opinion, we have way much more senses. All of these senses can be then amplified, because when we focus on those senses, we're going to get more connection with that. Like today, I can smell something when it's bad from like far away, because I'm so present with my senses, because I've exercised. I've done this exercise many times to help me be in the present moment, because in this present moment is where you have the most power. In this present moment, you're able to love. In this present moment, you're able to feel ease. In this present moment, you can feel respectful and feel secure. No other moment. It's right this. And let me tell you, if you're thinking about tomorrow or not, tomorrow is going to be a right now. It's always a right now. There is no tomorrow and yesterday, if we think about it. It's always a right now. And things change, right? So your best time is the present moment. And by you consciously and mindfully focusing on your 5, 6, 7 senses, as you go throughout your day, you're driving, you're looking at the trees, you're looking at the animals, you're looking at your girlfriend, you're looking at your job, and really connecting with it in the present moment and enjoying their beauty and who they are and who they truly are. Just by that, you're ready. focusing and expanding your senses. And as you do that, you'll be better every single day. By doing that, you'll be more in the present moment. And then being more in the present moment does what? Helps you to be more in alignment, helps you to create and think about the feelings that you want, because that's what you want, is the feeling. So let's just think about it right now and feel good. Think about the love and the harmony and all these things, and that's going to help you feel good about yourself again. So use this present moment wisely. So focusing more on positive rather than negative in every circumstance, in every event, every opportunity. Stop focusing on the behavior of somebody else rather than your alignment with your inner self. And I am careful using the word don't focus on, because whatever we focus on will create. So if I say don't focus on this, we're focusing on that. So I'm just saying focus on alignment, focus on how to feel better, focus on those positive emotions that you want in order for you to feel love towards yourself, towards others, and towards the universe. And that's about it, guys. Keep focusing on yourself, focus on those beautiful emotions and feelings that you have in your life. Think about those possibilities of having that perfect relationship with that person that you want to improve the relationship with, and really being patient and empathetic with the natural ups and downs in every single relationship in your life, because we all have ups and downs. Even think about yourself. Not every day is a happy day. Sometimes we have days that are less happy than others, and be nice to those ugly days. And I'm going to call them ugly days because those are the days you're not as in alignment as normal, and we all have those bad days, right? But those bad days is an opportunity for you to feel good again, because if we're always happy at all times at 100%, how do we know that we feel good? We don't, right? We have to have those unhappy and unpleasant moments in order to identify when we are happy, when things are amazing, when things are great. So accept those days, those times, those seconds, those minutes that things are normal or bored or whatever you want to call it, so that you can really, really appreciate the best and good moments. Okay. So guys, thank you so much. I want to hear your questions. This is going to be a very good opportunity for you to share with me your 5 love languages from module 5. And then I want to hear from you how you've been able to connect with your 5, 6, 7 senses this week. If it's going out in nature, playing more with animals, doing sports, connecting with your inner self, your higher self, looking at the stars, looking at the moon, anything that you can think of. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear how it's been. And guys, just make a decision every single moment to pick those feelings and emotions that you want, because that's ultimately what you want. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for listening today. And hey, go out there and love yourself, and kiss yourself and hug yourself and enjoy life, and be here, be present. There's nothing else better than being present. Okay, so thank you so much for everything, and I hope to hear back from you soon. This is how to improve your relationship with yourself. Thank you for listening, guys. Go out there and love unconditionally.